So do you want to say less filler words? Oh, that was so painful, even to record. So if you want to reduce your filler words, you need to understand this. Saying filler words is simply a habit. We know this because even though people from all over the world say filler words, different cultures have different filler words. For example, in English, we say so, like, In France, they say or ba. In Spain, it's In Vietnamese, it's kiểu như. So if different cultures have different filler words, it highlights that it's simply a habit that we have each learned. And if it's a habit, it means that we can change that habit. And we're going to go through that in this video. But first, do you know what else is a habit? Our entire way of communicating. Do you always talk softly? Do you mumble your words? Do you have a monotone voice? All of these ways of speaking isn't who you are. It's simply how you started speaking and you've never changed it. So if you want to become more authoritative in your business, if you want to become more expressive on social media, or you want to speak in a way that commands more attention in an engaging way, then you need to change your habit of communication. And if you want the step-by-step comprehensive resource to be able to do that, then I know exactly where you can get that. My Voice for Impact video course is the all-in-one video training that will help you transform your voice into confidence anytime and anywhere. It is jam-packed with 25 comprehensive videos that will walk you through how you can master your speaking and be able to show up with confidence, with clarity, with authority, with engagement, whether it's in your business, in your work, or on stages. You'll be given the exact processes so that you can apply these techniques immediately and notice tangible changes in the way that you speak. From articulation, to tonality, to body language, to improvisation skills, public speaking skills on a stage, you'll get all of that in the course. So if you want the exclusive offer thanking you for being here on YouTube, then click the link in the podcast description and you'll be able to get your special deal there. And so now let's go back to talking about filler words. So if you want to change this habit, if you want to reduce the filler words that you use, you want to say so, like, less, there are 3 steps. The first one is awareness. We can only change a habit when we are aware of that habit in the first place. So what you need to do is you need to get out your phone and film yourself speaking spontaneously into the camera for 1 minute. When you film yourself speaking spontaneously for 1 minute, you'll get to hear back on the way that you speak from a third-person perspective. Like later, listen back, not straight away, but the day after, so that you don't judge yourself too much. And what you're going to look out for are 2 things. The first one is you are going to count the amount and frequency that you use filler words. So in 1 minute, is it 10 times? Is it 30 times? And then I want you to note the type of filler words that you use. Do you say a lot? Some people don't say but instead they say you know, or they say like a lot. So you need awareness on what filler words you use and the frequency that you use those filler words. And now that you've got that awareness, you'll become so much more hypersensitive to utilizing those filler words. You'll become more aware so that in the future, you can pick up on it more easily. Now, once you've achieved step 1, you've got to go on to step 2, which is substitution. Just like any habit, if you change the habit, you need to substitute it with another. That's the easiest way to change that habit. So what's the best thing to substitute these filler words with? Silence. The best way to reduce these filler words is to get comfortable with silence. A common reason a lot of people use filler words is because they don't like silence. And anytime that they need to think, anytime that they don't know what they're going to say next, there's going to be silence and they don't like that. So then they replace it with a filler word. So now what you need to do is you need to practice substituting the filler word with silence. You need to build the habit of zipping your lips, of biting down on your tongue instead of saying so or you know. And the third step encompasses that because you need to now intentionally practice. I recommend that you put aside time every single day, at least 5 minutes, to practice speaking spontaneously, where you are speaking impromptu off the top of your head, but you're doing so in a way that is slow, and then you can be aware of every word that comes out of your mouth. And when you do that, you'll be able to pick up on your tendency or your desire to say a filler word. You can catch yourself before you say it, bite down on your tongue, stay silent, and then start to build up that habit. Start to get comfortable with that silence. And the more that you do that, 5 or 10 minutes every day, the more you'll start to build out the neural pathways in your brain to become more familiar with silence than saying a filler word. And after a few weeks of doing this, you'll start to ingrain this new habit so you don't even need to think about it anymore. When you are out and about at work or with your friends, you will start to stay silent while you are thinking instead of saying a filler word. That is when you have successfully changed this habit. However, you can't get too complacent. You need to continue practicing to make sure that you retain this new habit rather than regressing into your old ways. So I recommend that you practice every day for at least a period of 1 month. If you need longer, then do longer again, but just 5 minutes a day. It doesn't take much, but it does take a lot if you want to change a habit you've used your whole life. Did you like this video? If you did, then you'll get more videos like this with even more detail in my Voice for Impact video course. It is 25 videos. It is step-by-step. It is comprehensive. That will help you to improve your interview skills, your negotiating skills, your public speaking skills. And if you want an exclusive YouTube offer, then click the link in the podcast description and you'll be able to grab the course there. Thank you again for watching another video. If you like this, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to this channel. It really helps to get this channel out there more. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.